Hello everybody and welcome back to FTB Sky Odyssey with me, Scryptar! Episode 8? 9? 24? I can't even remember. It's been so long. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Come on, say it, you miss me. I know you did. Yeah. Well, I've been, sick the last 5, 6 days. Constant vomiting and that. Yeah, you know it, right? You don't like that. I don't like that either. Well, I'm back here now, and it's time we do things. And I did things. Look at that. Yes. Look at that. And look at my hotbar. You notice that, right? All the hearts. All the juicy hearts. Alright, let's go through this. Let's see what I've done so far. So this over here, as you can tell, probably is a Void or Miner Controller Tier 6. Yeah, that's fully upgraded. That took a while. What is that? That is a modular storage. That's a neat little thing. Look at that. Yeah, this thing is cool. Let's have a look at that real quick. Modular storage. It's this one right here. It's pretty easy to make. Machine frames we learned relatively early on, and just a chest and a little piece of stuff. So this is a storage thing. Yes, modular storage system can store a lot of items, allows easy searching. Alright, you must first insert a storage module. Aha. Yeah, that's these right here. 1, 2, 3. Number 3 holds 300 stacks. Well, unless you have items that don't stack, you know, some of them don't, then it's just 300 items. But technically 300 stacks. And my hearts are gone. I'm out of range. That nano beacon is all the way over there. Yeah, I get to that in a second. You saw it. I know. So, this in here is the Tier 3 storage module. As you can see, we have 205 out of 300 stacks. This is a generic type module, which allows for better sorting options. So you can do stuff like this. This is nice, right? Then you can sort on mod, sort on name, count, type. Yeah. Sort on mod comes in handy right now, because all the stuff that doesn't have EMC in here, it's really easily sorted. As you can see, we have Ethium crystals, we have Ionite crystals, that's Tier 5, that's Tier 6. And I still have to upgrade all the others, like the Botanic, the Resource, and the Nanobot, all the way up to Tier 6. They are still Tier 4. But we have the resource to do so now, so that's what I can do. This is just show groups. You can see that, right? Yeah, no need to talk about it. 162. Didn't we just have like 205? It says 206. This is 162. Huh? Weird thing is weird. Anyway, this is what this thing can do. So it can technically hold at least as much as the crate we've been using, but, you know, searching stuff in here and sorting stuff in here, this is really way easy. You don't have to flip through pages and stuff. And I just have this on export. If I don't, then this thing will get all kinds of things, like that and that. And we don't need those, so I just export them immediately, and we keep the stuff that doesn't have EMC. It's quite nice. We technically don't need Draconium ore, because the dust that we extract out of it has EMC. That's done. Come down here. Mana infused ore, well, we just keep it in here for now. So we leave this running until it's full, and that should be that. I added some of the accuracy and the luck modifiers in here. That should help, along with the crystal laser lens, to get more of the crystals we need. And since the Tier 5 and 6 stuff is not EMC-able, we need a lot of them. Hey, my hearts are back. You're still noisy. I also upgraded to the highest tier of vector plates here. These are nuts. Honestly, they're nuts. I mean, look at where items get flung. Yeah, these are really nuts. Anyway, that's fun. Fun to watch. I'm emptying out this basic drawer. Seems like you're empty. Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah. Let's do it from here. Just in case. Don't want to put that AIoT in there by accident. Okay, that's empty. I switched over to this black hole unit, which coincidentally was a quest. This basically has infinite storage, so we don't have to worry about it. You remember I can't put a void upgrade in these drawers, because then the translocators won't put it in. But since I had to switch to conduits over here, because I wanted to have a filter in here to do this, and not worry about NBT and metadata, so even the legendary stuff with different stats gets exported in here, because we don't need that. And as you can see, also loot crates Yeah, I don't need those anymore. We have everything we could get from these loot crates. We have already. It's all EMC. No need to worry about those anymore. So since I had to do this, I thought it was prudent to just do this as well. It's extracting from here with all the speed upgrades it can handle, and then putting it straight into here. Right, anything else new down here? Well, guess what? I put one here as well. We got a Kleinstar drive from Project E, which we just did last time, if I remember correctly, or the time before that? Yeah, a little bit. So now I'm only putting in the legendaries. Those, yes. And should we get any higher ones than these, they should get stuck in here, which is totally empty right now, which is cool. That's the way I want it, so I don't have to worry about it. And then I can add that to the filter. So only those get extracted into here, and this holds like 300 stacks. So we have some time to go through here whenever we want. Pick the items we want to keep. Speaking of which, look at what we got. We got a Tome of Peritia, whatever that is. It used to store experience. Okay. Draconium Chest, which is a quest, and we got that from a legendary crate. We got 2 of these Infinity Drills. They are legendary. They do an area of 11 by 11 by 1. It has, what, 18 billion power out of whatever freaking big long number that is for the next year. I don't know what that does. And it seems to need biofuel to run. Yeah, I just have 2 of those. Well, one is for Scott. And I don't know if we're ever going to use them. But yes, it's nice to have them. They don't have EMC. Resonant Jetpack, yep, no EMC, and also the Rainbow Generator. We get into that fairly soon. This thing does, if I remember correctly, 25 million RF per tick. We want that. Oh yes. The satchel, by the way, which we get these from the loot boxes all the time, so I thought, well, might as well keep one of those for personal use. And I'm gonna get into that thing right here in a second. You can buy this from the shop. It works in conjunction with this one right here, which I made, as you can see here. I made all of them. I even made the final star shard. I finally did that. Since we now have some EMC. Yes. EMC wise, I might have gone a little crazy. I don't know. That's about 8 stacks worth of bonsai pot flower power thing MK15. As you can see, we're doing 18 T per second. Yeah, we need more. We need a lot more. We want to get to this thing, right? This thing right here. So we need 6 of these. That's 3.5 per. So that's 7, 21. And then there's this. That's 60. So it's roughly 80 P that we need. Yeah, 59. So by the end of this episode, we might be able to do one of them, especially if I hand these in. I mean, these cost a little bit, right? And if I hand those in, we might have enough EMC stored so we can make one of those big flowers. That would be quite cool. Let's have a look at the quests. We have a couple to go through. Last time we did this. I think Scott did these because I don't have them, so it wasn't me. But we're gonna get to those eventually. Also made the Unbreakable Wand, which is relatively easy to do. Unbreakable Wand Tier 3 consists of Tier 2, consists of Tier 1, consists of this. Really easy, right? And the difference is the amount of blocks it can do. As you can see here, 4096 blocks at once. And then 2 of these make this one, double the amount, and 2 of these make this the highest here. 16,000 blocks at once. I don't know where you would ever want to use that, but yeah, it's a thing. We have it. It's unbreakable. That's all I really care about, and it's a quest. So sure, right? Give me a reward. Thank you. What happened here? Castle Scotland. I think you saw Scott making that at the end of last episode. Modular storage. Yeah, that was even a quest. I didn't know that. Black hole unit. Just said that. That was also a quest. Ooh. Bit late, but yes, thank you. Rainbow generator, yeah. Loot chest, induction smelter, I put that somewhere. Can't even remember where I needed that for something. Void ore miner tier 6, so we have to do the resource and the botanic. Still, gonna get to that. It's not really that important to watch, right? It's not really interesting anyway. Dislocator pedestal, that's also one of those things. It's easy to do. There's nothing to it. Works together with these things, the dislocators, which are, again, really easy. It's a teleportation device, so let's have a look at that. I set that up over there. You can take one of these dislocators, put it in an anvil, which I have set up somewhere around here. Right there. And then you can name it, and it displays the name when you put it on the pedestal. What you do is you make one of these, you stand somewhere, shift right click, and then it saves the coordinates, and then you can put it here and say, boop. Here we are. Guess what? Here's another one. So the one we just clicked on was bound to this location, and that one is bound back to the overworld. Since we're here, let's put this on. This is a really cool thing. Easy to make once you have dark matter. And this, it doesn't consume the amulet. You can also just use a lava bucket. You get the bucket back. Really, really easy to do. It's quite a bit of EMC, so you might as well use that for something if you want to. What you do need is a client star. The client star you take, you put it in here, and it loads up with EMC until it's full. As you can see, it has stored EMC 51 million. And I hate how it does that whenever I press R. It's stop it game. And then, with this thing, you can do a right click and fire arrows. Consumes 14 EMC per. You can left click and have a shotgun effect. But that's not even the coolest about this. Let's go over here. I can show you. See how they are homing? Yeah. Now, there is a button that you can set up to switch this on permanently, but with all the buttons in this mod pack, it doesn't seem to work really. But then if you have a left click macro like I do, where you left click like 50 times per second, you can just do this. Look at that. Carnage! Yeah, they didn't really stand any kind of chance. Nope. Doesn't even matter where you aim, really. Hey, stop that! The only one shooting is me! Get that in your head. These are not aiming when you right click, but when you left click, they are. Freaking homing shotgun. How cool is that? Look at that. So this is how you get levels really quickly. Just fly over another fortress and do this. You might want to have some fire protection though. Wow. Look at that. All the stuff that's flying behind me. Ah, 2 levels. Okay, yeah. Well, we're not going to do that right now. Okay, let's head back home. That's the portal right there. We got a drop of evil from that, which is pretty cool. We're going to use that later, hopefully. Don't drop off evil click on that. Don't even know if that does anything. I don't want to find out. Ta-da! Back we are. See? How cool is that? I had to close that off. Too many foot soldiers came through, so I did that, and that didn't really help, and then I just, water bucket helps after I had that. That's way more convenient anyway. Okay, anything else? Scott is setting up some platform over there for Thorncraft later on. It's not much yet. When I say it's not much, I mean it looks gorgeous, no matter what. But nothing is really done. He has the 2 basic things we need, the Crucible and the Arcane Workbench. But we're going to go through that anyway, so don't really worry about it. You're not going to miss anything here. And other than that, you remember our little Botania setup, right? Okay, well, that's pretty much it. This thing here is new. Comes in conjunction with this, the redstone tool, which is easy to make. Once you hold that, you can see that this basic redstone interface is bound to that block over there. So what I can do is this. Remote redstone. Even if you can't access the block, you just once. You have to use this, right-click that, and you get a connection. That's all there is to it. It's really cool. I like that. That's stuff I really, really find very helpful. Okay, so let's get rid of all the stuff we just got, because nobody needs that. I'm gonna put away those later, I wanted to say, but I can put them away right now. Why not? Okay, so we're gonna keep these on us, because they're good to have. What are we gonna do today? First of all, let's have a look over here. Now these things, the fluid laser relays, I found by accident. I was looking for faster ways to get fluids transported. So let's see, laser up here. So you do an energy laser relay, which is just this. Obsidian, redstone, Restonia, you know, just in front of... wrong button. In front of this guy. What's it called? The atomic reconstructor, right? Redstone in front of that gives you the Redstonia crystals. And then you do... this, advanced coil, some golden nuggets, and then this. Yeah, you've seen all of that stuff, right? So that's how you get these. And then you take these, and you just throw them in front of the atomic reconstructor again. You get the fluid laser relays. You can see how we have 50,000 buckets in here, right? So that's ready to turn in. In here, we have 29,000 buckets. So that's half of that, right? Guess how long it takes to transfer them over as soon as there's room in here. Here's what I'm going to do. You can see the number right here, yeah? I'm going to go in here, I'm going to go here, I'm going to do this. Once I click on that, watch the number. Uh-huh. Yeah, just in case you don't believe me, that's empty now. That's instant transfer, look at that. And we are fiddling around with conduits and such. This is instant. That's absolutely amazing. I haven't figured out how to work the items, or at least with stuff I set up over here. I tried to empty out these drawer into here with pretty much everything we have, and it wouldn't work, so I resorted to conduits, because that did work. I mean, there's 197,000. I had hoped that the item conduits would do that, but for some reason, I don't know, they don't like that thing. I tried the other one. That's the black hole one, right? Yeah, that's that one. And we had the quantum, which we're using the tank of. There's the quantum storage unit, and we are using the quantum tank for our XP storage. Now, this is pretty much the same deal. It's easy to make, right? It's really easy to make. Just some wood and iron, really, and then some gold and some diamonds, and some obsidian. And again, it wouldn't do anything, so I tried this one, and then I said, well, if it doesn't work, might as well keep this one and just use conduits and be done with it. It takes a while, and that's good. I also made a platform over here for stuff to spawn, since we now have grass. Yes, thank you very much. Because we're gonna need some of these. Sheep would have been nice. Sheep? A pig. The other kind of sheep. The one without wool. The pig. Yeah. You know what I mean. Yeah, okay. I'm fine with that. Something is good. Anything is good, really. We get to that later. So we're gonna upgrade all the miners and beacons soon off cam. I'm gonna show you the result. I also added some stuff to the beacon over here, as you have already noticed. So we do have flight speed modifier, which doesn't really seem to do anything. I think you need the actual flight speed enabling modifier. That's kind of out of reach right now. Night vision modifier is quite nice to have. Sure, you only need one of that. Saturation, 3 of them. Health boost, 3 of them. You can see all the hearts. And regen, which is nice. So it gives us all of this here. I had haste here before, 4 of them, to get haste 4. It just looked weird. I mean, I was slamming the pick furiously, but it wasn't really any faster than it was before. It didn't feel like that, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, so what are we going to do today? Well, EMZ is covered, right? All the other stuff still needs some time. We're at 71, it's just a little more. So I want to get into fluids today. I want to start with this. I know I said last time we were going to start with the whole magic stuff, Thorncraft and things, but Scott is already setting that up, and I kind of want to wait for him. And he's not available today, so yeah. So, if we look at all of this, bucket of resonant ender. So how do we do that? It's just ender pearls smelted up in a magma crucible. Easy. Right? So no need to worry about that. Ender pearls we have. Refined fuel comes from naphtha. I'm going to butcher that, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce it right. That stuff comes from crude oil, in a fraction still. Okay, and that stuff comes from oil shale, which doesn't have EMC, or oil sand, which does have EMC, or bitumen, which does have EMC. or liquefied coal. UU meta? Really? No, we're just going to use pulverized coal that gives us a little bit of stuff. This has EMC. Once we have enough millibuckets of that, so that we can get a little bit of that, well, this doesn't have EMC and we can't solidify it, so we need all the liquefied coal we can get, I guess. Don't know if we need that for anything, really. It's not as efficient as that, but we don't have to go through the whole process here. So I guess, yeah, that's a thing we could do. Sewage. It sounds awful, right? Okay, so sewage comes from, well, the fluid transposer. Yes, there is a sewage factory in here. I wouldn't know why you need a factory for that. Animal sewer and sewage compost. Yeah, those two. The animal sewer is a thing that you stick in the ground, and then you put an animal on top of it, and it just produces sewage. That's just how it is. When provided with power, it will collect sewage from the animals on top. In top? That's not a toaster. Anyway, so these three should be relatively easy. Grassoline, yes, it's grassoline. It's wheatcraft. So this comes from biocrude in a fractioning still. That seems to be the go-to machine, which comes from rich biomass, pulped bioblend, or pulped biomass. Or rich bioblend. Okay, let's see. Rich biomass is pulp biomass with added stuff. Pulp bioblend is pulp biomass with added stuff. Pulp biomass, it's just sawmilling stuff. Yeah, right here. 32 EMC for 1. No byproducts. Why not? I mean, it could be more expensive. Not that we care, right? So, okay, that's how we get that. Pulp biomass, and that gives us 100. That gives us a little bit more, but it's way more effort. Same here, we have to do something. So, no, we're just gonna go to the cheap and easy way. We just want to get this done. Sludge. Sludge, there is no recipe for it, but these machines basically, some of these machines from industrial foregoing, they produce sludge as a byproduct. So as soon as we set up a little bit of an auto farm, maybe, we should get sludge, no problem. 50 buckets isn't really a big deal. Tectonic petroleum, that thing. It's just petroleum dust, which has EMC, so as soon as we can make that easy in a magma crucible, just, you know, get it done. And this is, those two are easy. Don't we have that already? Petroleum? Somehow? No, we don't. Do we have the basalts? How do you write that? No? Petroleum. Come here. Oh, I just had that open. Thank you very much, Scryptar. Well done. From the rods. Yeah, if I have petroleum dust. Okay, we have to see about getting that. Not 100% sure. Loot fabricator, yeah, okay, we need to get into that anyway. They could do that, sure. Some chicken breeding. Okay, so let's see how far we get with this. We're not gonna get into UU meta today, or IC2 coolant, or life essence. That is blood magic. There are other ways, but blood magic is it's a byproduct where we get it anyway, right? Empowered oil we could try, biodiesel is also something we could try. Let's just get started with this. So I'm gonna go and grab some of the necessary machines, like the magma crucible and the fractioning still in that. Which shouldn't be a big deal. Magma crucible, I think we have that already. Otherwise, yeah, easy setup, right? Fractioning still. There's that one. Again, nothing bad about it. Then we're gonna upgrade all the things. Probably put this in there. Conversion efficiency for fossil fuels. Yeah, some of them had this icon, so we might try that. Yeah, easy to do. Hardened aluminum glass, we should be able to do that. Or just fuse quartz. Yeah, that's easy. Constantan. I don't think we have that yet. You're an alloy, right? Nickel and copper. So we should get into that. Okay, I'm gonna have a look at that, and if we need to make any new machines, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna show you Otherwise, I think we have everything here. This thing, our little alloy smelter, the simple one, should be able to do it. If not, we might as well upgrade that one to the next version. It's going to be way faster. Alright, be right back. Alright then, that wasn't too bad. I think it's time to do this. And I'm going to explain as I go along, otherwise, you know. This is a pretty simple setup when you have EMC, I can tell you that. Let's start with the easiest. So what I've done is I set up all these task screens, I set them to the right quest, and then I put a portable tank behind it, so if we get more stuff than we need, we can store some of that and it doesn't go to waste, right? That's the basic setup. And then come the machines attached to that with a little tank as buffer in between. If we have secondary outputs, which we don't need, then there's a trash can where they can go. And the basic input comes from the personal EMC link as always. So, this is going to be Resonant Ender. So we need a Magma Crucible, and this guy needs to have Ender Pearls. That's all there is to it. And here we go. Already going. Yeah, they're all augmented, as you can see. They're auto-inputting, auto-outputting. This is just smelting up the Ender Pearls, going into the tank, going in here. Nearly done. Perfect. Next. Refined fuel. All the way over here. This one was... liquefied coal, I think. So I'm going to put that in there. It's going to go into the Magma Crucible. It's going to produce something that's going straight in here. That seems like liquefied coal. It's fractioning stilled into whatever comes out here. It goes in here. Yeah. Is that working? It doesn't really look like it. It seems like there's some step missing in between. Is it just me? Let's have a look at that again. That was supposed to be... No, I actually need to go and read. Refined fuel. Not that. Okay. Refined fuel. That. Naphtha, right. So that is in a fractioning still from liquefied coal. Making that. And liquefied coal is in a Magma Crucible. Pulverized coal. Pulverized coal makes liquefied coal. Going in here. That is liquefied coal, right? This is a fractioning still, right? Liquefied coal and a fractioning still with a reflux column, right? Makes naphtha. Supposedly. Why is that not happening? Let's switch that off for a second. There's the coal. Put that in there. That is exactly what I want. And you're going off to the left. I'm confused. That's okay. You know, there are days when I am confused. That is totally okay. So I can empty this by doing that? No? Okay, well. Tank! To the rescue. Empty tank. Right there. Aha. That looks better. It's weird how it did that. You should go in here. I have no idea what you're doing, but that's not what you're supposed to be doing. I'm gonna break you. Cheeky badiki. It has been broken. So fractioning still set up. Go in there. Do things. And this is refined fuel, and that goes in here, and that should go here. Any day now. Are you pushing? Auto output is enabled, and you are auto outputting. Can you not auto input into that, or is that again one of those that is just broken now? We will find out. Oh, did you see that tank that was black before and now was completely full of naphtha? Did you just see that? I hate it when the game does that. Aha, there you go. And in here we should have some secondary output once in a while, maybe. Alright, so that's good. That's working. It took longer than expected. Now I have a soul wire here with a cow. I was looking for ways to capture things. Wow, boy, I can tell you something. There is the mob imprisonment tool, which is this. Needs 1 gas tier and plastic. We have all the plastic in the world, but the gas tier, that eludes us until we get into that guy. Or until we actually kill a gas, right? Okay, so that doesn't work. Well, then there are these lovely little wands, like this one, the capturing wand. That needs an advanced 1 core, and that needs 2 gas tiers. So, a soul wire from Ender.io, this guy right here, is relatively easy compared. It's just that. Fused quartz and a solarium ingot, which we have. I made that somewhere in between all the things. So I should be able to just do this. Hey, a cow. We spawned a cow. Now, the cow sitting there will not do much, but it will do exactly what we need it to do. It will produce a sewage, as you can see, trickling in. And I will go in here. Slowly, but steadily. That's almost done. We need to hurry up here. Right, another one of these chains that's probably totally broken. We have a sawmill right here. Into the sawmill we feed cactus. Right. That will go into here, magma crucible. That will make something. That will go into the fracturing still. That will make something. That goes into here and that goes into there. And that should be grass or bean. Well, let's see if that works. So you make the pulp biomass gorgeous, which means in here, once in a while, we should see some stuff. We don't. Is this again not working? This is doing the same thing, it's just passing it through. Look at that. It's going straight through. Oh, resonant ender complete. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, now all of a sudden, right? So when you do this, you have to activate the machines in between, otherwise they're buggy. That's interesting. What's in here? Biocrude. That's not what's supposed to be in there. All the effort in setting this up. Yeah, don't worry. I can handle it. I'm married. I shouldn't say that too loud. There you go. That goes in here, and that goes in there, and now we should be getting stuff. Lovely. Okay, so that's working. Now the interesting part. So you remember we needed sludge. Sludge comes from the plant gatherer. What the plant gatherer does is it gathers a plant. You go in here, you say show working area. This is where it gathers plants. Usually, the industrial foregoing machines only care about the block right in front of them, but you can put these upgrades in here. That's a tier 0. Tier 0 expands by 1 in every direction, so you get a 3x3. Tier 1 would get a 5x5, and so on. You can go really high up there. I think 19x19 or so is the max. So this can gather anything, trees, plants. Yeah, doesn't really matter. To get plants on here, you can use stuff that doesn't need to be replanted. Like if you look this up, plant gatherer, and hold shift, sugarcane, cactus, pumpkin, melon, all that stuff doesn't need to be replanted. So that is a thing we can do. I opted for cactus here. That probably does not work straight away. Cactus seeds would be a thing, right? Do we have cactus seeds? Cactus. Nope. We can try. So the way it's set up is we have this plant sower down here. Let's look at it from this way. And this plant sower has colored icons in the corners, as you can see. There's 9 of them, right? All the way around. And if you look in here, the same colors are in here. Yeah, that's a little bit eye cancery, but there's nothing I can do about that. You can lock this and say, okay, in this corner goes that crop, in this corner goes that crop, and then this, and this is the middle part, and so on, right? Or you can just not care and say, well, plant whatever gets in here. So this guy should be exporting I'm such a potato. I didn't want to use the cactus in here. The cactus went in there. This was supposed to be potato. Right there. So that should fill up on potatoes. We should plant the potatoes up here. And this thing will start gathering. Now let's see if we can speed this up. We should have all kinds of watering cans in here. How about you? We got these from all the loot crates, like, all the time. There you go. Is it doing something? If I hold it there, it does. If I hold it there, it doesn't really. Sort of. Kinda. Yeah, don't want to wait. Bone meal. Give to me the bone meal. There you go. Grown, harvested. And replanted. Now that should work. This guy should harvest the potatoes. Put them back into here. This guy should replant them as fast as it can. And this should... There you go. Slowly. This will take time. This will definitely take time unless we can speed this up drastically. I don't have anything that would do that straight away. I don't even know... Do these work? No, these only work on blocks, right? Yeah, that's a bit of a waste. I think crop growth is more or less on random ticks. It doesn't really matter if I speed this up like crazy. Doesn't look like that's doing much. Well, we have 16 hours in here. Might as well try. I mean, I could put some mechanical users around here that just do a right click every once in a while and hope that the plant gatherer harvests the crop before I right click one times too many, like this, and get a potato out of it. But yeah, no, it doesn't really matter, right? So this is going. We are about to do that. This will take some time just because not enough animals. I didn't want to make this too big. I could have done the same as I did over there. I mean, it's the same industrial foregoing type of machine, so range upgrade and then just put this where's our meadow over there, right? I could have put that in the middle of that thing with all the range upgrades and then just waited. Yeah, I think that's okay. So we have some quests here that are nearly done. How are we on quests anyway? Well, let's hand those in that we have, and the rest we take care about next time. So, Magma Crucible, since we needed to make that, done. Fractioning still, yep, done. Nothing really to it. And we've managed one Resonant Ender. Lovely. I wanted some more, but then again, the only thing we need to do is wait. It's done, right? It's done. We just need to wait. That's almost done. That's almost done. I don't think we need to worry about anything. It's still going, right? Can you stop for some reason? You're full now. What the hell? Ow, you're not fast enough. I repeat myself, what the hell? All these upgrades. Still not fast enough. You're also full. Could be that. Nah. Alright. Well. Ooh, that's buggy there. Look at that. Ooh. Weird. Weird! I didn't want to take a screenshot. I wanted to press this button twice so I can look at you when I'm talking to you, right? Thanks everybody for watching. That's it for this time. Next time we will be back, hopefully with Scott. We're going to do some more of these quests. And we're going to do some amazing progress. Maybe, finally, you never know, I have the goggles on, we might get into Stormcraft. Have a good one. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.